Well, on the heels of such a big week for Stadia with the new Google TV and Android TV support, Stadia's coming out with some big things right alongside those huge launches. We are seeing new game drops this week, including a stealth drop that I did not foresee, and the games coming out this week come with Stadia-specific features. We're also seeing yet another free play days on a personal favorite game of mine, and we also have new Stadia sales. Finally, we'll wrap up this video with some new information on Google TV and Stadia features. With that, I cover all Stadia news and Stadia related content, so subscribe to this channel to always be up to date. So to start, Stadia has now seen the release of two games today, with one of them being a surprise, as Hello Engineer, a game announced at a Stadia Connect last year, is now available to play in early access. The game comes in at a reasonable $19.99 price point, and it also comes with a Stadia specific feature in State Share, where you can play with someone's resources and blueprints. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the game, essentially it's a game about building these unique looking vehicles to ride around and play with others, with the emphasis on the building part of the game. Now, I actually partook in a closed beta on Stadia. It was mostly though my little brother, who's a massive fan of the Hello Neighbor franchise, and watching him play, you could tell the game at the time, which was months ago now, was still being fleshed out in regards to content. But if you're a fan of building things and having a sandbox nature to your game, and you're really creative, you might enjoy this one for sure. Then we have the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. This is also on the Stadia store at $39.99 USD, and this is a collection of arcadey sport games like tennis, boxing, and 18 games in total. But they also announced that Stadia Crowd Play is available for this game for those content creators who want to play with their audience. So this was cool to see, and I do hope we continue to see more games in general like this in the upcoming months and years with Stadia specific features. But if you're interested in these titles, they are now available in the Stadia store. But that wasn't the only thing announced today, as we just found out we have yet another free play weekend back-to-back. This time it's Borderlands 3, and I think I've seen this promotion a few times. This is a game I personally love and enjoy. It also has crowd play, by the way, for those content creators out there. But this is again on the heels of Borderlands 3, set to receive a huge update where they are adding crossplay with all platforms. So this is a great time to hop in, see if you like the game, and get ready for that huge patch. This event is running from June 24th, 9 a.m. PT, all the way to 9 a.m. PT on June 29th, and comes in at a great price of $19.79. The game is pretty dang cheap, really, for all the amount of content you get, so I do highly recommend this. With that, we'll go ahead and rapid fire the rest of this Stadia news, and there is some new summer Stadia sales. The biggest one to highlight for me is Dirt 5, coming in at $24. The game's awesome, but there is currently a performance issue when you play at 4K on the Chromecast Ultra. There's also a fix being deployed for it, but $24 is pretty good. There was also some indie games added, but for the most part, most of the Stadia Summer Sales are pretty good, and really some of the lowest that I've seen on most of these games. Also, guys, if you missed on my last video, Madden 22 is now available for pre-order and will be launching day and date on August 20th. Stadia also announced you can start playing on Android with Chrome. We talked about this extensively last week, and it was still being rolled out at the time. Hopefully now you have access. Finally, today something interesting was mentioned in regards to the launch of Google TV and Android TV. It says here, reminder, the first version of Stadia on Chrome with Google TV is launching on June 23rd. Assistant functionality on the Stadia controller will come to later versions, and here at the end it says we will launch a feature in the coming months to ensure even more consistent connections with third-party controllers when you're playing on the biggest screen in your home. So there will be multiple versions of features, and I am guessing even UI changes later to come. If you guys haven't seen my recent video, currently everything is pretty bare bones, but you can tell that this was actually done on purpose to really ensure the full stability, and I think that was the right choice because everything is really snappy and it works really great so far. So we'll see what all these future updates do bring. As always, guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts today though on the Stadia games that released today. Will you be picking either of them up? Will you participate in the free play days? Also, your thoughts so far on Android and Google TV support with Stadia and those future updates. Like the video if you can, subscribe if you're new. I'm Sunny, and I'll see you guys in the clouds.